everyone, it is Crush the Developer back with another awesome tutorial for y'all. Now before we start, I would love to say that we surpassed our goal of 40 subscribers, and Smarty RBX deserves a huge shout out for this because I commented on one of his recent posts and he shouted me out, which brought people that saw that post to my channel, which eventually got me way past 40 subscribers. So thank you all so much for that, and huge shout out and huge thanks to Smarty RBX. Now let's get straight into the video. Okay guys, so the first thing you want to do is save your game to Roblox. Now for those who have done that, you're done with this step. But for those who have not, click on File on the top left of the screen and click on Save to Roblox. Save to Roblox only, not save the file or publish to Roblox. Click on Save to Roblox and then type in the name of the game of your desire. I'll do tutorial and I'll just put in the description because, you know. And then I'll go ahead and click on Save. Now wait for your game to save. So mine is successfully saved, so now I'm just gonna wait for the place to load. Alright, so now my game that's saved to Roblox is loaded. We can go ahead and add the tool in our game. Now if you have done that already, you're completing the step. But for those who haven't, you guys can go ahead and make your tool and add it to the game. Otherwise, you can go ahead and go to the workspace like me and add a tool. So I'll go ahead and type in sword. And there you go, I'll choose this one. And I'll just, do not put your tool in the starter pack if you got one toolbox, right? And we're gonna go ahead and drag our tool all the way to replicated storage so we can hide it from the workspace so nobody sees it right now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go on our web browser and type in create.roblox.com. There. Now you should be in this place called the Creator Hub. Now go to your game right here and click on Manage Experience. Now inside this here, you'll see panels right here. So right here, you're gonna go under monetization and click on passes. So right here, you can create a pass. So click this button that says create pass. And then you'll be able to type in a name, a description, and put in your image. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a sword image from mine. I'll do sword Gamepass image. There. Now I can choose a random one. I'll choose this one. I'll go ahead and click on right click and I'll click save image as, and I'll just save it as sword img. There. Now the sword is saved to my computer. I don't know why two of them were saved, but don't worry about that. We're gonna go ahead and click on change, and then I'm gonna click on sword or the image of your desire, and then I'm gonna rename this to sword Gamepass. I'll say in the description, this Gamepass gives you a sword. There you go. Now we're gonna click Create Pass, and now we have created a pass. If it says pass created successfully. Now do not worry about this right here. This is just a moderation checking if your logo is appropriate or not. It won't take a long time. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to click on the three-dot button above our pass. We are going to go ahead and click Copy Asset ID. But we're not done yet. We're gonna go ahead and click on the Game Pass and click on Sales. Now make sure this item is for sale and then type in the price of your choice. I'll do 70. So this right here is the amount of Robux you'll actually get when someone purchases it, because Roblox will take 30% of your earnings and you'll receive 70%. So now that you're done with all that, you can go ahead and click Save Changes. And the pass updates successfully. That means it's good. So we're gonna go ahead and leave. Now one thing we need to do is go to home right here and click on game settings. Now what we're going to do is click on security and allow third-party sales right here. So click on this and then click on save. There, now you're done with that. If you have your tool in the replicated storage and your game pass is made, we can go ahead and add our GUI. So I'm gonna go to Start GUI and add a Screen GUI. And I'll go ahead and add an image button. I'll put this right here. And now I'll go ahead and add a UI corner so I can make it look nice. And then I'll set this to 100 pixels. And there you go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna rename this called Purchase Sword. And now I'm gonna go ahead and go inside the properties, the image button, and click on image so I can add my sword image. So I'll click on choose file, I'll click on sword img, and then I'll click create. And now my sword image that I got online is now inside my game. So now I can go ahead and click Explorer, and then I'll go ahead and add a text link. And then I'll put this right under the image button. I'll put inside it, I'll type in Explore price, and then I'll go inside here and type in our $70. That represents 70 Robux. Now I'll make it green, just like the Robux that was before. Then I'll click for local 1 and make the background of the frame invisible. There you go. Now what we need to do is go ahead and add a local script. So inside this local script, we're going to type in local MPS equals game or get service marketplace service. So this is the service we're going to use to prompt our Gamepass purchases. And now we're going to press enter, type in local rs equals game get service replicated storage. And now the last thing we need to do is type in local players equals game get service players, and then local sword or your tool equals rs wait for child classic sword, which is inside the replicate storage. And now what we need to do is type in local pass ID equals, and then your Gamepass ID. So I have this in my clipboard, so I can just go ahead and paste it like that. And there you go. Now what we need to do is type in script.parent.mouse button one click, connect function. And then I'll remove the right parentheses and add these two parentheses and go to the end of the line, press enter. So this is an event that will run when the player clicks on the button. Now what I'm going to do is type in MPS prompt Gamepass purchase, and then players.local player, pass ID. So here's how this works. We get our variables right here that we need: marketplace service, replicated storage, the player service, and the classic sword we have, along with our ID right here. And when the player clicks the button, the marketplace service is going to prompt the Gamepass purchase to that player with that pass ID. And now what we need to do is type in MPS dot prompt Gamepass purchase finished connect function. So this is the function that will run when a player finishes a purchase. So we'll type in player, ID, and then purchased. So player is an instance, ID the number, and purchase is a boolean. So I'll go ahead and press enter, and I'll type in if ID equals pass ID, then if purchased, then we're going to go ahead and do local new sword or the new item of your choice equals sword clone. There. So now we have duplicated a sword. So basically I can duplicate it like this. It's the same exact thing. We're just going to have one sword in here. We need. Now we're going to go ahead and type in new sword dot parent equals player dot backpack. So this will add the tool right here inside the player's backpack where we will equip it. So now if we go ahead and test our game, right? Now if we click on here, right, it will say error. You already own this item. Your account has not been charged. There's no problem here, right? It's because you're the owner and you own this, right? Since you made it. What you're gonna want to do is you're gonna go ahead and open up test and go ahead and start a local server with one player, which is going to be you. Now that we've done that, we can go ahead. Don't worry about the screen. We're gonna go here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and attempt the purchase. Now it will say, would you like to buy Sword Gamepass? It says this is a test purchase, your account will not be charged, so please do not be alarmed when clicking this button. So I'll go ahead and click it. And now I purchased the Gamepass sword. If I click OK, and then I now have the tool sword inside my backpack. So I have it right here, I can hold it around. Apparently when I click it doesn't work, but that's not the point. The point is I got the tool when I bought the Gamepass, and that system works. But we're not done yet, because when we leave the game, right? I'll close the windows as well, and we come back in. So we'll wait for a few seconds. Don't worry, not the screen, this one, right? So when we come back in the game, our tool's not there. We bought the Gamepass, so our tool's supposed to be there, right? Well, we need to do one more thing. we need to go ahead and go to server script service and add in a script. Now what we're going to do is type in local players equals game get service players. Now what we need to do is type in local NPS equals game get service marketplace service. Oops, my bad. There. And then local RS equals game get service replicated storage. And then local sword or the trophy choice equals RS wait for child classic sword. Now what we're gonna do is go back to our Roblox script and just paste the comments variable I meant, and then we're gonna go ahead and put it right here like this. Now what we're gonna do is type in players.playerAdded connect function, and inside these two parentheses right here, we're gonna type in player. So this function will run when the player joins the game. And now what we're going to do is detect if the player owns the game pass. So we'll say local user owns pass equals NPS user owns game pass async player user ID space and then pass ID. So we have the player user ID to check, and then the pass ID. So if we click enter and if we type in if user owns pass, which is a boolean, so if user owns pass equals true, then we're gonna go ahead and duplicate the sword by typing local new sword equals sword clone, and then new sword dot parent equals player dot backpack. And so it seems like when we go in the game and stuff, it seems like our tool isn't there. So what we can do is we can go ahead and go to the script, and then we'll go ahead and type in wait 3 seconds, because sometimes the player's backpack isn't always there when it loads, because it takes a little bit. So now we try it, and then we wait. And now we have the tool in our backpack, and then we can equip it and then do all the stuff we want to do with it. So that's on how to create a game pass in Roblox Studio. I hope you all liked the video. If you want to know how to become a pro scripter in Roblox Studio, click the video on the right. And if you want to make really good GUIs, click on the left. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, click on the circle in the middle. Alright guys, I hope you have a great day.